The first time Commander Elias Vance saw the alien queen bleed, he realized she was mortal after all. It happened on the edge of the Ulthar Nebula, where crimson gas clouds coiled like serpents in the void. The war between the Terran Alliance and the Carthal Empire had raged for 7 long years, and both sides were desperate enough to commit atrocities. The Alliance sent Elias on a covert rescue mission, not to save one of their own, but the enemy's monarch herself. No one else wanted the job. The Queen, according to intercepted transmissions, had been betrayed by her own generals, stranded on a dying moon. The idea was simple: rescue her, extract her genetic codes, and bargain for peace or power. Elias didn't expect to find her still breathing. Part 1. The Moon of Shattered Glass. The moon was a graveyard. Jagged crystals jutted from its surface like broken teeth, reflecting the dying light of its parent star. His ship, the Vigilant, barely made it through the radiation storms. "Commander," said his ship AI Vera in a clipped feminine voice. Biosignature confirmed 1 kilometer northeast. Vital signs, unstable. "I recommend caution." "Caution doesn't save lives, Vera," Elias muttered, pulling his helmet over his scarred face. He'd been in too many wars to still believe in safe bets. When he found her, she was half buried in glassy dust, a silvery exosuit cracked open at the chest. Her blood shimmered like molten sapphire, trickling over blackened stones. Even half-conscious, she was regal, tall, graceful, her translucent skin pulsing faintly with bioluminescent veins. He crouched beside her. "Queen Zara of the Carthal Empire, right?" Her eyes flickered open, twin orbs of violet light. Her voice rasped like wind through a flute. "Human, you should not be here." "Neither should you," Elias said, sealing a med patch over her wound. "Your people left you to die." Her gaze was unblinking. "You should have let me." "Not my style." When the Vigilant ascended into orbit with her aboard, Elias didn't realize the choice he'd made would alter the fate of 2 civilizations. Part 2. The Queen and the Soldier. Zara recovered slowly. Her physiology baffled Alliance medtech. She breathed nitrogen-methane mixtures, metabolized starlight through her skin, and communicated partly through harmonics too high for human ears. Elias spent days observing her from the other side of a reinforced glass wall in the med bay. She rarely spoke, but when she did, it was precise and poetic. "You are not like the others," she told him one evening. "Your soldiers burn worlds. You plant questions." "Maybe because I'm tired of burning," Elias replied. Zara tilted her head. "You saved me. Not for gain, not for glory." "Why?" He didn't answer at first. The hum of the ship filled the silence. "Because you looked like someone who still believed peace was possible." Her bioluminescence brightened, a Carthal sign of emotion. "Then you are a rare creature among humans." Weeks turned to months. The Vigilant hid in the border sectors, away from both Alliance patrols and Carthal hunters. Elias and Zara spoke for hours, learning each other's languages, stories, and scars. He learned that Carthal queens were not just rulers but living neural nexuses. Their minds linked to every ship, every drone, every warrior in their fleet. Her betrayal had shattered that network. She was alone, cut off, hunted, vulnerable. "You could restart the link," Elias said once, as they studied a holographic map of the Empire. "Take control again. End the war." Zara's voice was heavy. "I could. But power birthed the betrayal. If I reign again, it will only breed new hatred." He leaned closer. "Then maybe you need a different kind of reign." She regarded him silently, and in that moment something passed between them, an unspoken understanding that transcended species, politics, even logic. Part 3. The Betrayal. The peace didn't last. The Alliance discovered the Vigilant's location. They weren't coming to rescue him. They were coming to silence him. Captain Monroe, his former superior, hailed him through encrypted channels. "Elias, you've gone rogue. Return the alien and surrender. You'll be court-martialed, but at least you'll live." "She's not your prisoner anymore," Elias growled. "She's a person. She's an asset," Monroe snapped. "You have no idea what she's capable of." Elias cut the transmission. Zara stood behind him, her presence calm but charged. "Your kind fears what it cannot understand." "Yeah," Elias said grimly. "And they shoot what they fear." Moments later, the Vigilant shuddered. A plasma torpedo grazed the hull, setting off alarms. "Evasive pattern Delta," he ordered. Vera obeyed, but 3 Alliance cruisers descended from warp. There was no escape. Zara stepped forward, placing one luminous hand on the command console. "Let me help. Your neural link is offline." "I can still hear the stars," she whispered, closing her eyes. The air vibrated as energy rippled through her body, into the ship. The sensors glitched, screens flickering with alien code. Suddenly, the attacking ships froze mid-maneuver. Their weapons powered down. Elias gaped. "What did you do?" "I spoke to their machines," she said faintly. "Just for a moment." But the effort drained her. She collapsed, and he caught her before she hit the floor. As he held her trembling form, Elias realized how far he'd fallen, from a soldier following orders to a man ready to defy his entire species for a single alien life. Part 4. The Journey to Zithera. They fled deeper into uncharted space, beyond the reach of both empires, toward a dead system known as Zithera. Legend said it was where the first Carthol consciousness had awakened eons ago. Zara insisted on going there. "If I die," she said, "let it be where my kind began." But Elias refused to let her die. He scavenged ship parts, hunted for energy cells, and patched her wounds with what little tech he had. Every time he looked at her, he saw not a queen, but a soul, tired, proud, and lonely. On the 4th night, as the ship drifted between twin suns, Zara approached him on the observation deck. Her body glowed softly against the starlight. "You risked everything for me," she said quietly. "Your command, your home, your life." "I'd do it again," Elias admitted. Her gaze met his deep and ancient. "Among my people, such devotion is sacred. When one being saves another, their life force becomes intertwined. That's some kind of myth." "It is more than that." She reached out, touching his face gently. "When I was near death, I felt your will pulling me back. You breathed purpose into me. In our traditions, that act is called the binding." He swallowed hard. "What happens after the binding?" Her lips curved into a faint, enigmatic smile. "Usually, a proposal." Part 5. The proposal. First, Elias thought she was joking. But Carthol royalty didn't joke. The next day, she stood before him in the ship's central chamber, adorned in newly regenerated armor, sleek and iridescent, alive with shifting colors. "Commander Elias Vance," she declared formally, "you have saved the life of Zarathelare, sovereign of the Carthol. In the ancient covenant of my people, I owe you more than gratitude. I owe you alliance." He blinked. "Alliance. In your words, marriage." He nearly dropped the datapad he was holding. "You're proposing to me." "Yes." Her tone was serene, but her eyes shimmered with amusement. "No one in my empire will believe it. They will call it blasphemy. But it is truth." Elias laughed, partly from disbelief, partly from exhaustion. I'm a broken soldier. You're the ruler of an interstellar civilization. This doesn't make sense. Sense, she said softly, is a construct of fear. Connection is truth. She extended a hand, her luminous fingers trembling slightly. Will you bind your fate to mine? He stared at her, the hum of the ship fading to silence. Against all logic, all training, all duty, he took her hand. I guess I already did the day I pulled you from that moon. Zara smiled, a radiant, unearthly smile. Then let the stars bear witness. Part 6. The Awakening. Their union wasn't celebrated. It was feared. When news spread, because somehow news always spread, the Alliance declared Elias a traitor. The Carthol branded Zara a heretic. Both sides sent fleets to hunt them down. But they didn't hide anymore. Zara's neural network began to heal, not as before but differently, now intertwined with Elias's human neural patterns. Together, their consciousnesses bridged two species. The Vigilant became a beacon, broadcasting harmonics of peace across the void. Ships sent to destroy them found themselves disarmed by strange interference. Soldiers who came to kill reported visions, memories of their enemies' pain, loss, and hope. The psychic resonance between Elias and Zara rippled through space like a song. The galaxy began to change. But change invited chaos. On the border of Zithera, the combined armada of both the Alliance and the Carthol confronted them. Thousands of warships aligned, ready to unleash annihilation. Elias stood beside Zara on the bridge. They won't listen. They will, she said, her voice trembling. Because you will speak. Me. You are human. They trust your kind's defiance. Elias stepped forward, activating the transmission array. His voice echoed across channels. This is Commander Elias Vance. You all know me. You've heard I went rogue. That I betrayed humanity. That I've joined the enemy. But you're wrong. He looked at Zara, then back to the holographic sea of ships. I didn't join the enemy. I ended the idea of an enemy. He paused. The silence that followed felt infinite. This queen you hate, she bled like any of us. She fears, she hopes, she dreams. If saving her is treason, then I'll wear that name forever. He reached out, taking Zara's hand again. If loving her is madness, then maybe madness is what the galaxy needs. The fleets hesitated. Captains froze, uncertain. The air crackled with indecision. Then Zara's voice joined his. Harmonic, resonant, beautiful. War is a shadow we cast upon ourselves. Let us be light instead. The wave of energy that followed was not a weapon but a pulse of empathy, transmitted across frequencies, minds, and matter. Every sentient being within range felt what Elias and Zara felt. Unity, vulnerability, love. Weapons fell silent. Engines powered down. And for the first time in centuries, the galaxy was quiet. Part 7. The Aftermath. Months later, peace accords were signed between the Alliance and the Carthol Empire. Historians called it the Binding Era. Elias and Zara became symbols. Half myth, half legend. Some claimed they ascended beyond physical form, merging into the collective consciousness of the stars. Others insisted they retired to a hidden world on the rim of known space, where twin suns rose over violet seas. The truth was simpler. They lived aboard the Vigilant, orbiting Zithera, the birthplace of life, and now perhaps of peace. One evening, Elias stood on the deck, watching starlight dance on her translucent skin. Do you ever miss it? The throne, the power. Zara smiled faintly. Power is loud. Peace is quieter. I prefer the quiet. He chuckled. Guess I do too. She turned to him, her gaze soft. No one believed me when I said I would love a human. Even now they think it's impossible. And you? He asked. She reached up, touching his chest where his heartbeat thudded steady and warm. I believe the impossible became inevitable. He kissed her then, gently, reverently, as the stars shimmered above them. Prologue: the message. Centuries later, explorers discovered a derelict vessel drifting near Zithera. Its hull bore ancient markings of both the Alliance and the Carthel. Inside they found no bodies, only a single transmission repeating endlessly. It was a message in two voices, one human, one alien, woven together in perfect harmony. To whoever finds this, we were enemies and we became one. If you seek peace, do not wait for it to be granted. Create it, even if the stars themselves doubt you. And then silence. But those who listened closely swore they could still hear a faint hum beneath the static, a heartbeat echoing through eternity.